How would you describe this construction style?
I think the construction style it's more of a modern look than, for sure, the traditional hospitals. I think architects are allowed to be more creative in their design than 50 years ago. Hospitals were governmental hospitals, they were county hospitals, city hospitals, and they were all built basically the same. This hospital is more of a community-based, meaning the services here are for a level of care that the patients don't have to drive into the inner city to receive anymore. They can basically have medical, surgical, joint replacements, a lot of outpatient. To make people feel more at ease when they're in a hospital. When people come to the hospitals, typically it's not a place they choose to go freely. Something is happening to them, and there's a lot of anxiety. They're in pain, they're ill, they have discomfort, and we're trying to make it a quiet, relaxing place so the person can, in the healing process, recover in a quicker time. The paintings to make it feel more home. I think there's more. The windows are larger. The material can make the rooms more quieter. The hallways are probably maybe a little wider. The colors that they actually, and you noted that, the colors that are on the floors in the patient rooms it's not a traditional older style hospital where it's like an institution. It's more homey. So people get a more homey feel when they're at a hospital. The architect loves a lot of sunlight. And so when he built the Owasso Hospital and the Broken Arrow Hospital, put in a lot of windows into the hospital. Another thing that the hospital is built out of concrete, both hospitals. Some hospitals are not, but due to being in a tornado alley, it's very important to make sure you build a structure that's safe for the patients and visitors and staff. So the hospitals are concrete structures. The hospital is actually built into a hillside. So the first floor, when you enter, is on ground level, but the second floor, the back side of the hospital, is on ground level also. The hospital itself was $80 million, and the equipment was, $20 million. So it's a $100 million hospital that we're walking through today. It's 6 stories. The 6th floor is vacant right now for future development. The 5th floor is the joint replacement unit. The 4th and 3rd floor are the med-surg floor, general med-surg. And then on the 2nd floor, we have the emergency department, we have radiology, diagnostic imaging, cardiology, and the surgical suites. When somebody gets off the elevator, they're greeted by the nursing staff, and that serves 2 purposes. One, it reflects our personal mission statement, greeting people, making people feel welcome, having someone to actually recognize you and say hello and greet you. But also, it's a security measure, because in a lot of the major hospitals in the cities, you get off the elevator and you're not greeted by anybody. You're just in the hospital, the center of the hospital, on a floor, and you have to go and find the nursing station or a patient room. This concept is you get off the elevator and somebody's here to greet you, but also it makes us take note that somebody is on the unit that's a visitor. The great thing you can see as you pan outside, people just drive right up to the hospital. It's not hard to find this hospital. It's a great location. It's right off the Broken Arrow Expressway at Elm and 161st Street, near the Bass Pro. So everybody knows in this area where the Bass Pro is. But you drive right in. You don't have to fight for a parking place. You don't have to be driving around in a parking garage. When you leave the hospital, you don't have to say, oh my gosh, now what floor was my car parked on?